I didn't grow up religious, and I consider that a blessing.
Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot.
This plant just helped me chill out. Found focus. Found confidence. All of a sudden I was productive. Less protective. More progressive. Yeah, we talk about stuff like I'm a next sommelier. But this is about a medicine, baby. We wish everyone a mindful life. It's been a helpful tool for us. Whatever the route to peace, it's each individual's journey. And the more we communicate, maybe we can all help each other out. Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host, Ellevan.
And my name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness.
And welcome back to another episode of Disciplined Stoners.
I'm your host, Ellevan.
My name is Winnie,
and we are the gateway drug to mindfulness.
And today,
Yo!
our next guest is an American comic, an international performer. He produces upwards of 25 shows, comedy shows per month, and he is the owner of the Comedy Lab, Toronto's all-minority-run comedy club. Give it up for Danton Lamar.
Yeah! Thanks for being here, bro.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, happy to be around.
I'm gonna get high.
Let's get high.
Let's get. This is the first order of business, everybody.
I think it's going to be the only thing that'll make me stop sweating.
I know it's
Sobriety
there's a
is
heat
not-
warning in Toronto today, and it's not even sunny out. It's just the humidity is like 100%.
Yeah, it's what is it, like 25 and 100% humidity? It's like, it feels like walking around in Florida for no good reason.
There is air conditioning on, but I don't really think that's helping you at this point.
No, not really.
Let me know if I
run
can
hot,
assist you in
but-
any way. I run cold. I wish I could offer my cold. Like, I'm like the frozen girl, actually. Like, I'm always just like sitting in the corner.
I gotta give you this respect,
sad
though.
Chihuahua.
My man is rocking a Prince Purple Rain. Oh my God, this is a sexy album cover.
I mean, yeah.
And you're repping some mad culture right there. I love that. Respect on the Prince shirt.
I mean, it had to be done.
He's
It was
so
a
good.
beautiful birthday gift, so I was happy to have it. This is honestly only like the third time I've worn it. Last time I wore it was actually when I was doing a show in Arizona.
Hey, so there's 20. What?
Do you want a little dab towel? I'm just gonna offer you
Get
that.
him a dab towel.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we're all up in the same space. Comedy, cannabis, vibes, moving around North America, doing our thing.
Yeah.
How have you found the journey, man? Like, how did you start building this shit up? I started stand-up when I was like 16, then I moved to music. I think stand-up comedy, I love seeing Win
It's the
do
green
it.
one, but you can have this too if you want.
But you're all out here, man, and you're producing shows. And immediately when I met you, I could feel your vibe that you're like just part of the fam, like doing your thing. But also, I tremendously respect and admire, and I think it's important for people to see people out here building their own fate.
Word.
Like, you're really, like, you're not, I mean, maybe you get opportunities because you're funny and good to work with, but, like, you're also making them.
Yeah.
Peace, buddy.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the thing I saw. Like, I'd been producing shows all over the world before I even moved here, and so I was excited to continue doing that here. And like, Toronto definitely had an opening.
An
especially-
How long have
Opportunity.
you been in Toronto now?
on and off since 2019.
Okay, so fairly new still.
Yeah, not even that long. Not even
Oh
that long.
shit.
Yeah, we got here right before, like, summer of 19. I moved following my partner, and
Your
and
love,
here,
your
like,
romantic
killing it.
partner?
Yeah.
Winnie
Okay.
had the same experience. I moved here first, too.
Yeah. Yeah, based upon, we only brought one lighter because we're really good stoners
I'm
today.
deep down. I'm so excited you're here, but I'm deep down battling the extreme inner hate I have for only bringing one lighter. I am disgusted with us. I am fucking disgusted.
Okay.
Oh, shit!
So we have So you've been here since 2019. You've made quite the splash.
Yeah.
Where else have you produced shows? I want to know where else you've traveled to.
Well, yeah. Right before I came here, I was helping to start a comedy club out in St. Petersburg, Russia.
What the fuck?
Russia?
Yeah, in Russia.
How did that opportunity come about?
Well, that one, another one I kind of like walked into. Like I was out there working for a marketing company.
Okay, so that's another part of the brain you have activated.
Yeah. So I was working for a marketing company. I was marketing cryptocurrency, as all people do.
Amazing. We're a little in the crypto game. Me and Rob hold an NFT together.
Half NFT owner. That's nice. That's nice. One day you'll be half a millionaire. It'll be great. It'll be
we went in. Going for that 500K, baby. Oh, thanks,
and
buddy.
another lighter coming in. Nice.
Our producer off camera. Thank you, Rob.
Love Rob. Oh, look at this.
Now we're safe. Everyone?
There's enough fire.
I was just saying, we got it. Everybody's loaded.
Thank you.
Okay, so what was that like?
It was fun. I was out there for a year.
Holy.
And like, so I went out there to do marketing, and like I was already doing comedy, and I had been producing shows, so I was happy to continue doing that. Like, the scene in St. Petersburg obviously wasn't huge because it's Russia.
We don't laugh a lot.
And that was the one thing I definitely thought. I was like, Russians don't laugh. Like,
You're
what the fuck are they
marketing
gonna do?
comedy in Russia. It's like marketing sober in Jamaica. I don't know.
English speakers, or did you speak Russian?
So it was all English, right? Like, yeah, which was the other hurdle, right? Like, doing English speaking comedy in Russia. And like luckily I was able to team up with a young woman who was already in the process of starting the whole thing, and so I just kind of helped her along with launching the club. Like I was there helping doing the marketing, helping make sure people showed up to like the events, and making sure they ran well, helping to host and stuff. And so it was.
How long were you there for?
I was there for a year.
Holy fuck. Russia for a year. So you
It
have
was fucking nuts.
Fearless.
you have also, and we can get to the other places that you've traveled, but have you always been, because Americans, actually there's a stat about Americans that like a huge percentage, like 80% or something, don't have a passport.
I think it's like 66, but something
Yeah.
like that. It's
That's-
high.
that's high.
It's high. It's over half. Don't even have a passport. I mean, and like, I get the argument, America's huge. There's so much to see. You don't have to go anywhere. And it's like, true, but.
Yeah, you guys have Hawaii, so fucking,
true.
I mean, like, yeah,
you
we have-
really
It
get
is
a vast range of,
Well, we have everything from basically Canada, which is like, Minnesota, fucking, like everything across the northern border. Michigan, Montana, all of that across the northern border is basically the northern neighbor.
Yeah.
And then you have Florida, fucking Texas,
Yeah.
Arizona. Like
I love the
you
South.
have everything. Like you have desert, you have like swamp,
Yeah.
you have tropical weather, you have like fucking mountains in the Northwest. You have
Yeah.
everything in America.
Yeah.
Truly, you do. But it's like, but there's other versions of it somewhere else. Like you don't have
Yeah.
to stay there. And like the thing is like every part of America still feels like America.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like-
Even I know when we went to Maui, and when I saw the Costco there, I was like, I don't know, I just didn't expect that.
Right? Like,
I wanted it to be more exotic.
wanted them to not have capitalism like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico. I mean, in LA, you could look around and be like, "Am I in Mexico right now?"
Right.
Sometimes Santielli vibes, but like still, it's good to go other places and actually catch
Yeah,
the.
I also had an intense
OG.
conversation about the National Rifle Association in America
those
with about a 50-year-old woman who was very passionate about owning guns.
Oh, yeah, she was a fan. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Look, I've shot a gun. I've shot one.
Me too. Oh, yeah, me too.
And I got the boner, and like I get it.
It's a feeling of
That's good.
an instinctual power mixed with like the sexiness of this well-designed fucking pistol.
I've
yeah, 'cause it's
shot a rifle. I've never shot like a pistol or like.
I think the gun was the first thing made ergonomic. Like I think, I'm pretty sure. Like if
Facts.
you look at it,
It's
like
well
it was
designed.
designed for your shoulder. It was like designed to help like with the kickback, even when they were rifles. right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like so, it was the first ergonomic mass-produced thing, and it's crazy that we put that much energy into something that's made to kill.
No, but that's what humans do exactly. I was just gonna say that we focus so heavily. Same with like all the science that happened during World War II.
Yeah.
Pretty brutal, shitty time that you can't find a lot of good on the surface in. But fucking science, in terms of consciousness, was going, whoa. And then, like, same with, like, humans go to war, build a tank. Why don't you build fucking shelters instead of a fucking tank? We put our energy in war.
It's a fucking weird
Same with
thing.
humans, though. If someone you walk down the street, say, hey, you're looking good. You look good. Smile, smile, smile. One guy says, you stupid, you piece of shit. Or, like, you know? And it's like, that pisses you off more. It takes up more space in your brain.
Yeah. Then
Like-
everything nice that just happened.
Yeah, it cancels out all 9 of these compliments when one person says something rude. So it's kind of like the human condition to kind of, like, be on the negative come up.
I feel like too, like aliens haven't exposed themselves intentionally yet because
I saw that too, bro. I saw that too.
that makes it seem cute. Well, I just saw something today on Instagram. I don't know what it was. I need to go back and look at it, but it was that spacecraft, that UFO that was found, and there was something that looked alive that was not was not human.
Non-human being reported.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they reported it. That's
so
what's
I'm
different.
like,
Yeah.
so I'm like, oh, like that probably was an accident, and this is where this is coming from. Where I just don't. I feel like they know that we're going to band together and turn on them. Yeah. So
That's why
that's
they
how.
Yeah, they're
so-
trying to
so-
throw the alien in our face. Just be like,
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Or she means eventually
I
about
think
that story.
I think that's why aliens haven't come yet, because they're gonna be like, no, they're too stupid
No,
still.
essentially the
they're gonna
reason-
try and kill us because
Oh, we
they
were
don't
talking-
understand us. Because what we don't understand, we want to eliminate.
we always do.
The reason why the politics here stopped the mandates for a while, because they were getting a little worried people were going to start to kick back. Like, same with the U.S. government, I think about keeping aliens under wraps. They're like, how far can we push them to shut up before they start asking? You know, before...
I mean,
I could see that.
yeah.
Do you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens.
Yeah.
I mean, the universe, and I mean, just space is too vast for us to be the only thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I find that hard
right?
to believe.
I know.
Yeah.
Whether or
It
not
is
they want to
crazy
come
that
here.
we haven't seen anything with our senses yet.
But we have.
Well, that's the thing. It's like people have, and
Yeah.
and so there are reports everywhere all the time, and I think they have come and they've checked shit out, and honestly, like you said, if you've seen our movies, I wouldn't introduce ourselves either. I'd just be like, you know what, it's good. I don't even want to be in the sky above them, noticeably. They're gonna nuke the sky, which is gonna hurt them, but they're gonna do it anyway.
dude.
Because we're dumb.
Yes. That's exactly what there's 3 movies where we nuke a fucking
In the
spaceship
sky.
in our sky.
And they have 0 point energy figured out. They can disappear to another dimension in a second, and they think they're like the big American fucking gun take them down.
Okay.
I mean, that is also with most aliens coming to America true, but
Oh my God, that took me just half a second longer than it should have.
Good.
Okay, so did you always? Do you come from a traveling family? Is that why you've been
Why are you so fearless?
well, yeah, no, like me. So yeah, I was born out west, right, and then I grew up in the east, right. So I grew up in Massachusetts, and I was moving around a lot. There was one point when I was, school age. I 5 years went to 5 different schools just because
Whoa.
we bounced around.
Yep.
And so I just got very used to starting over. And I'm very good at it. And so I'm
Yes, sir.
That's why it took me 3 years to open up a place when I got here. I was I know what I'm doing. And it wasn't even the intention. It was just, this opportunity's here. Perfect. I'd been producing because I love producing shows. I don't like waiting for opportunities because I never get enough waiting. So fuck it. It's
Dude.
always build your own wherever you go. That's why I produce shows wherever I go. Last time I was in Mexico, did a couple shows.
Because what's to stop you just from having a partner, a venue partner? People want the congregation of good vibe. I mean, dude, when you're doing comedy or doing something that really, what's the intention here? Get together, make people laugh, have them have a good night, bring your friends out.
So, go ahead.
No, just you nodded at me when you observed a similarity between him and I with I also had a little bounce of around childhood situations, so I'm not intimidated by not having a backbone or a home or a safe space.
Yeah.
Everywhere's home. I don't know. I don't know. It's not. I share that with you, and I love that.
So
I don't see it a lot.
Yeah, no, that's true.
People need safety.
yeah, exactly. So when you take away this idea of home, especially in North America, or developed countries, it's like most people that would cause a lot of fear.
Shatter.
For
Yeah,
they break.
right.
Yeah.
So and that's understandable, I think, depending on how you grew up. So is there something that causes you apprehension, or is there
Is
something
there anything that
rolls?
scares you?
Yeah, kind of.
Staying in America too long,
I think you're not alone there. No?
right? Like, I was explaining to somebody. I was like, as soon as I cross the border going anywhere, the chance of getting shot goes down drastically.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
But no,
I guess, do you enjoy uncertainty? Okay.
I do. Like, I was gonna say, like, for real though, like, yeah, being out in the world is fun.
Best answer though. Best thorough answer.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah. That's gonna be a clip for sure.
Oh my
We're
god. Yeah, no.
clipping that out
So,
for sure.
but just we're gonna use that. But when he's concerned with like healing the darkness, but I feel where you're coming from, where I'm not really analyzing what I didn't have or don't need. I'm just falling forward into the new idea.
Yeah.
And maybe that can be something. And you did land on something. And I know about your Toronto show before I got the pleasure of meeting you in person. And like, you built something with the buzz. Can you tell us a little bit about, is that a fucking sexy bridge or what?
Yeah, no, I've been fortunate to hit the ground running since I got here. Toronto's been very welcoming in that way. Like, it's, I don't know, like, I'm very focused on giving opportunities to, like, minority comics. And so, like, I make sure that every show, is going to be the most minority forward show you're going to see. It's going to have the most women on it out of most lineups, unless it's an all-woman show. Like it's just, we try to make sure that when you come to one of our shows, no matter which one it is, no matter if it's at the Lab, if it's dope comedy, if it's token comedy, like, we make sure that there's representation.
Yes.
And that, because like that always matters. Whoever says it doesn't matter, you're probably a straight white guy. Like,
You can only listen to a straight white boy complain for so long with the same problems. We actually fucking, it's so funny. I think that's such a good priority.
Yeah.
I think that's so fucking awesome. And obviously Toronto resonates with that, being one of like pretty diverse places in the world.
Yeah.
Like, we fucking love that.
Well, and like I like the way Toronto was explained to me when I first got here, because I was like, how would you explain Toronto? People were like, oh, it's like New York. And I'm like, it's not really like New York.
It's not though.
And somebody was like, all right, you know how New York is like the melting pot, right? Like everything boils down to American. Toronto is like the soup.
Yo, because it's
Totally.
done. That's right. It's not inactive. It's done. Like, it's just all
It's
one
whole.
fucking.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah,
There's
so it's like
carrots.
it's bits of everything that comes here to make
Onions.
one whole thing that is Toronto.
Like,
Which
we're-
I'm like, that's pretty
Tomato.
dope.
Yeah, and it's like next level.
I love that.
I love that, bro.
Yes,
You have-
because melting pot never felt right for Toronto.
No, and like I agree, like because it doesn't
soup.
feel like it's a soup. Everybody's just like
we're not talking
things
about
are still there.
Puerto Rican or black or Italian. We're talking about like trans Asian women. Like, I'm saying, like
exactly.
we're mixing up the soup. We're doubling it up.
Everything.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Ecuadorian. I'm talking about Indies, Ghana. No.
Ethiopian Jews, like
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And there's like little countries. I love all of the little spaces too.
Oh,
that
yeah.
Little
Like Little
areas that
Portugal.
you can go to in Toronto.
Little
There's the
Koreatown.
most, I think, of those places
Yeah.
in Toronto
We
than
gotta
any
go
city
Koreatown.
I've ever been to.
No, like there's because like when I first got here, they were like, "Oh, that's over in Little Italy. That's over in like Cabbagetown. That's
Yeah.
over in like Little Korea." Which I was like, "Which one?"
Yeah. 'Cause, yeah, it has two Chinatowns or two Koreatowns.
Right? There's
Yeah.
like I'm like okay.
There's
and, like,
a little Portugal. There's definitely
yeah,
a
there's
little
Little
Portugal in
Portugal,
St. Clair, right?
Yeah, and then so I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, neighborhoods are really neighborhoods.
Little
here.
Jamaica, Eglinton. Shout out Eglinton
Oh,
at 3 a.m. on any night. I was going to say Saturday, but fucking Tuesday night. And, yo, that's talking about some of the best jerk I've ever experienced. Like, the big smoker out there.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
It's a real deal.
yeah. No, I will say I've had some of the best jerk I've ever had
Right?
here in Toronto.
Yes.
Like I love food.
The food is good
oh,
here.
The food is amazing here. That's what keeps me coming back, other than my partner.
Eat and fuck? That's what every human wants to do.
Right? Yeah. Like, oh my god.
I love that.
That's true. I don't know if every human does, but like those are like in
Those are the
my
safety.
top 2.
Yeah.
Those are the safety. Yeah, the other one we're doing now, basically, like performing. I think all 3 of us share a love for performing,
Oh my god!
right?
Yeah, no, that was
Like
was the thing that killed me during the pandemic. I tried doing that was my first foray in like trying to do like a podcast or like YouTube anything.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
during
word.
the pandemic. So I was just like, I can't fucking go without performing somehow. Like once I had started, I was just like,
You got to express, man.
Yeah.
Your soul needs to express.
Did you do the Zoom comedy
did.
shows?
I did do the Zoom comedy shows and did
that's-
not love them.
No, of course not. We do it for the energy.
Yeah, I have some Zoom opportunities right now, and I'm having like panicky energy around them, and I just like I'm trying to sort that out for myself.
Yeah, I don't know. The one thing I will thank Zoom for is the fact that it got me used to doing comedy high. Before Zoom, I couldn't smoke for 4 hours before a show.
Yeah, dude, I'm there. I'm there now. And at Puff Mama shows, sometimes I try because it's a safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space to be high.
and I fuck up. I don't.
Yeah.
And then since the last time I was high and I didn't perform well, I was like, nah, I'm not
worth it.
doing this right now.
I mean, I feel that.
Maybe again one day in the future, but I need to get better first.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, I definitely, I don't know, now especially, like, with the club, I get a lot of experience with it because I'm like, man, I'm gonna be high. So whenever I hit the stage,
Do you think you're funny or high?
I think I'm not less funny. So,
Good
That's what
answer.
counts.
I like that answer.
like, I definitely know things that make me less funny. Like, I know there's a point at which I am too drunk to still be funny. Or
Yeah.
Like,
I don't drink when I perform at all.
Yeah.
So dumb. I barely drink anyway. But you not only create your own opportunities with shows, but something else I admire about you, and I'd love to hear you share with the audience a bit. I hear so many talented artists tell me why they aren't successful because they just can't get their shit together to market themselves or write their fucking bio, or you're not only doing that, but you've actually turned it into a skill, similar to myself, to not only maybe help a little cash flow yourself, but it's the same, but also serve people in that capacity. You do copy, you do campaigning. Your brain is on create and receive. Like, because you receive the opportunity to perform. You know, when people are like, yeah, I'll perform, that's my contribution. It's like, at this point, you got to even it out with some production or something.
Yeah.
So when did that happen? Was that a job you had before you dove into stand-up, or did you learn that along the way in order to market yourself?
a lot of it is a bit of both, right? Like I learned fucking design because like I do all of our posters. So like I learned design back in high school.
So good.
And then I started doing copywriting 6 years ago.
Fuck. So you just that's such a skill. Like
It really
yeah.
is.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh,
I
we
struggle
spent
with
so
that.
long. We've spent so much
our
time on
number
copyright.
one. I'm trying to recruit you right now. You know what I mean? like this is our biggest challenge, and we do it. We
Yeah.
will spend a whole day doing
Yeah.
it.
You gotta.
Like something that may take you an hour probably takes us 5 together.
Yeah.
But we will do it, and that's the thing. So like you have not only like the artistry nailed down, the performance, but like also being able to know what to do with it. That's so important because I think we all probably know some very funny people that you're just like, no one's gonna know.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody. It was like
Not
you're
enough.
You're not willing to do the thing. Nobody's ever gonna know about you. Yeah. Like
Why can you suck it up like that? Why don't you have an excuse? Why is this excuse back here and the action is here and you're closer to that? What happened? Why you like that?
Tough parents. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was the answer I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking
That's
for.
really honestly it. Like my
Okay.
parents, well, because it was to do anything I wanted to do. Like especially when I was young, like I had to get good grades, had to maintain the grades to like play
Fuck,
sports.
that's-
And they were on you.
And like, if I wanted to do anything, any extracurriculars, because like I tried karate and stuff, and like I would go to like I was just extroverted as a child, so like I just wanted to do anything outside of the house, anything. And so
What a
like I
good
just
kid.
had to keep my grades up for that. And then like even when I got into boarding school, it was the same deal.
You got into boarding school?
Yeah, I went to boarding school.
How was that?
Dope. It's
You're
actually
just
pretty
the most
dope.
I think you're the most social person I think I've ever truly met. Like, your heart is in harmony with the one at all times. Like, holy shit.
I mean, I try.
Do you ever not want to see people?
No, there are times where like I do need to recharge.
But you
after a while.
you take that time.
Yeah,
You know when to cut it off.
I know. Yeah, well, because that's the thing. It's like you got to know yourself, right? You got to know when to take time for yourself, and realize it's not selfish. It took me a while to realize it's not selfish, but
We just figured this out. I'm talking weeks ago. like seriously.
yeah, it's just like, oh shit. All right, yeah. No,
You
if I'm-
eventually realize that you're like showing up as a better self for everyone that you love,
Yeah.
but somehow that isn't at the forefront of your thinking when you're in
not.
it. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. No, and that's the thing. Is like it's I don't know. It is like a practice in meditation of like being able to remove yourself from a situation and be like, fuck, I'm being a dick. Why am I being a dick? Oh, I'm upset about this. All right, cool.
Do you think weed helps with that?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
weed helped me realize that that's a thing that I should do.
Me too. That's when I really like when I had those
yeah.
experiences,
Love that,
I was like, holy shit, this plant. Like that's when I really was like, I just changed my mind
Yeah.
through the help of cannabis in a direction that feels so much more authentic and real and sustainable. And it was
I got a
wild.
question as a thriving entrepreneur and a performer.
Word.
Myself as an artist sometimes does struggle with giving myself enough time in front of the mic in the studio, like just being creative, having fun playing, going to jams, ciphering, shit that the reason why my career is what it is on a skill level and on an obsession fun level, I forget to do that sometimes, and I stay in professional mode and crunch out what I think is going to help my business, you know?
Yeah.
Do you, speaking of boundary setting, do you have any clear, like, boundaries like that for yourself? Or it could be like marketing clients, like, look, I'm going to work on their shit till 3, but after that, 3 to 6 is working on my show, and then I'm off at 6. Like, do you have any of that organization going on?
I mean, when shit's good, yes. Like right now, I'm broke enough to where I'm like, yo, fucking finding clients.
Okay, so the priorities change.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the good thing is like I know that at the club there are 3 shows that I could hit up this weekend.
Right.
And like I can write on stage, which is fun.
Oh,
Right,
talk
like-
about that, because people who don't know internal comedian talk.
Well, yeah, like I mean, even if it's just riffing, like I record everything, so it's like it's writing on stage. Like as long as it got a laugh and it's something I think I can work on later, like I'm gonna, work that into a bit. Like I had one bit that I'd been working on for a while. Just started off with one line, and then like, cause I just thought that one line was funny, and then like I kept going,
Follow
and
it.
like it eventually became like a 2-minute bit, but
Wow.
it worked. And like the whole thing was, it was just like I was on stage once and like somebody was like, you should talk about religion. And I was just like, I didn't grow up religious and I consider that a blessing.
That's
And like I just started there with
the
it.
bar. That's a bar right
dope,
there.
yeah.
That's a bar.
That's also just so brave. Like, I know that eventually maybe I'll be more willing, because when I first started stand-up, I was like, well, I don't want to do this. Like, everything in my body was like, no, don't do it. Don't go up there. And
They will judge you.
even
and
for
you
so
will-
long. For so
Yeah.
long, like, we'd be in an Uber in the winter to go up to, like, an open mic, and up until I, like, signed up, I'd be like, you can still turn around. Like, crazy.
No, we pay for this Uber. No, you can't.
Yeah. And I got high and forgot exactly where I was going with this.
The
but
marketing, boundaries, time.
um
Writing on the spot.
Yeah,
writing
yeah.
on the spot, thank you. And so like that, what you just did, like to take something and just like, I'm not at the point yet still where silence is like
Comfortable.
too long, there's moments, it's interesting actually, because there's moments where I know what I'm going to say next, and then the silence between what I've last said and what I'm going to say next feels good.
Yeah.
But when I forget from what I say last to what I'm going to say next, that silence feels deafening.
Well, see, yeah, and like being high on stage, I definitely forget what I'm gonna say from time to time, and I'm like, and the audience is just like, what? And like it's fine because like they're just waiting. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay as long as you're like, because the thing that
Especially if they're
really
high.
got me okay with it, with silence, was that it's it's good to remember that the audience feels how you feel.
Exactly.
So as long as you're okay with the silence, it serves a purpose. I don't know what it is yet, but he's leading the show.
Yeah.
Right? So
that was the most insightful performance tidbit I think that's ever been said on this show.
Yeah. And that's
fucking beautiful.
But I mean, it's performance wise. No matter what you're.
Bro, I go to the open mics with her, right? And it's like, but my music shows, the people I'm performing with are like very seasoned, and myself, I will live, I'll probably die on stage. I love it. I'm more calm on stage than I am in real life.
Right.
And I watch people's hands shake when they're on stage because they're nervous. And then I watch the audience, for sure in the front row. I don't know if the back row can always see it, but for sure in the front row, start to they shift, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're scared for you almost. It's an empathetic thing.
Yeah.
So it's like any comedians. Well, might probably be a couple comedians that watch this. Take time to meditate or ground yourself. Before I go on stage, I meditate. I don't care if it's so loud, or if it's in public, or you got to sit down in a green room full of other artists and just shut the fuck up for a minute. And I think that, because that's what I loved about you on stage. I felt like I was just hanging with you. I felt like I just got that. We all got to hang out with our one funny buddy. That's what I felt like.
And I mastered that. I used to run an open mic, when things were kind of calming down with the club in St. Petersburg for a bit. I did an open mic at an
Russia
apartment.
decided against the lefter.
Right, yeah. The club decided. And I was just like, all right, fine. The space we had, so we were just like, all right, fine, we're not really a club if we don't have a space. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever, we'll go. And somebody was like, oh, I love the show. Do it in my apartment.
Oh, shit.
I was like,
that's cool.
Okay. And I've seen this shit on New York shows. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. If your set looks like an apartment, I can do it in an apartment.
Yeah.
And everybody would just sit on the floor on pillows and blankets and shit. And then we would just have the no mic open mic.
Dude. And there was no
I love
mic.
it.
Yeah. And so it's you're literally just the funny friend in the corner telling a story right now.
I love that. Well, I mean, as I said, I did a So Far Sound show here in this gallery, and that's what it was. It was acoustic, and that little bit more that people have to listen actually causes like when there's a mic and it's amplified, you're a little bit privileged that you can fucking yammer and clink your drinks and still hear.
Yeah.
But it's when it's acoustic, people actually have to get in there with you and listen deeply.
Yeah.
Whitney did one of those shows.
I've done homes before, small homes and apartments.
Yeah. Right. They're always an interesting
Khaldun
vibe.
does his intimate series.
Yeah,
so
the intimate series. Yeah.
I didn't know it was apartment. I went up. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
See, having done apartment shows, I was like, that's an apartment. Yeah.
It was fucking sweet though. Everyone
it's
was
a dope apartment.
And also it's just people are there for the show. If you're doing an open mic at a bar, the Groove Bar that I frequent and am in love with, is half
it's
people
like a
watching
fucking
sports.
TV show. I know. Okay, so this is common. So let me go on a riff about this. What just happened told so much.
I love it.
Winnie decides to choose the strangest things. It's so out of the way. We live all the way central downtown, and it's almost
so
in Scarborough.
East End.
It's so far, and there's not a stage. I help put up the backdrop every time we're there. That is just a
Buddy gets
flyer.
into Rob. Shout out Rob, right?
Yeah. And his dad and him constantly walk through the stage as the comedian is going, delivering food. And totally oblivious that there's a show going on and just walking I don't give a fuck. And I love these guys. And me and Winnie have always chosen weird places to go, shitty restaurants at 2 a.m. in Vancouver called Night and Day, where everyone seemed like they were trapped in the 70s. We choose to pay money to go there. And then
it's a beautiful experience.
she gets in these ridiculous, hilarious cycles, and I have such a kick watching her do it.
You hate it.
I hate it, but I love it.
I know. You're welcome.
I go there to just fucking tip big and give comedians love on my Instagram.
You can't help but tip there.
I love these guys. I
it's-
love these guys. You know what I mean? They're the inconvenient uncles that swears too much at dinner that you're just like, I love you, Uncle Frank.
And as of recently, it's actually had audience members. So
True.
it's not just comedians.
Oh, okay.
So
Have you ever done it? Oh man, it's
Why
so
would you?
far. Why?
Well, no,
You own a club.
no. To be fair, when I first got here, I did do Groove Bar. It was one of the first bars I did when I first got here.
When you first got here.
And I was just like, if this is comedy in Toronto, a lot needs to fucking change.
Was it Ruby? Or Ruby?
I don't remember who was hosting.
The short
I just
old guy?
remember. I don't think it was him because
He is
introduced
horrible.
he introduced himself to me later
In the best way. Like, I mean, like, horrible in, like, the funniest way. Like, he says he's the darkest mind in comedy.
He does.
And says some, like, outdated shit, like, about women or something to women. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious! Because he's saying it, you know? But,
'cause
like,
this is
not
like-
really.
I was just saying, it's like because it's funny because it's the awkwardness of it. It's just like, wow, you
went
did
there.
it. You did it.
there.
He's like a warrior,
fucking did
honestly.
it.
That's what I think. Like, I just can't imagine all that energy coming
Shout
at
out,
you, and
Rudy.
you're just like ping, ping, bouncing
buddy.
off. It doesn't
Love.
affect him at all, man. He's the fucking.
Everyone
I mean, no, it
mentioned
takes a
love.
resilience for that. It
Yeah.
definitely does. Like I don't know when like he has asked to do the lab, and I've told him no because I'm just like I can't have that.
It's a
Like,
risk.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Yeah,
well, no, because
that-
like
your
we are a
intention-
safe space. Like I
Yeah.
don't want somebody I know is gonna say something offensive.
Yeah,
Like if I happen to book
exactly.
somebody and they happen to say something offensive, like that wasn't what I thought they were gonna do.
Right.
But him, I'm like, I'm betting against
He's shooting
myself
for
if
it.
I expect you not to.
Yeah.
Like, and like that's just.
And I
'cause
think that's
who
good,
he is.
like
And,
a good business owner on
You
your
gotta
end.
protect
You
the
know what I
space.
mean? It's
Yeah.
like that like you've created a culture.
But
And,
shout
like,
out the
that, you know,
hilariousness.
you can't. Yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Like silly.
Awesome.
Yeah, and there's so many variations. That's what's fucking crazy. And there's so many expressions of comedy, but like, bro, I really love the way that you're doing it, going about it, and the community you're cultivating is beautiful.
I also wanted to say
You
that.
gotta come to one of my mics.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you gotta come to the
yeah,
mic at the
yeah.
lab.
I've
We're-
been meaning to, honestly. I just started getting consistent
What-
recently.
What night do you hit mics? Like what nights do you hit mics?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday mostly.
Oh well, yeah, come to the mic on Thursday.
Okay, great.
It's the second best mic in the city. The best mic is Friday.
Yay! I like that.
So
Like,
I could do a Friday.
we
too.
also
I
do a
could come to
Saturday
the
one during the
best.
summer
Okay.
at 10. Like they're all at 10 o'clock. So.
10 o'clock. Killing me.
I mean, there's an 8 o'clock show.
That's fair. That's fair. No, I'll definitely come. It's summertime. We're partying.
And we gotta have you on something for sure. You
Oh,
look
yeah,
so
no, I'm
good.
down. Yeah.
I wanted to say when you were talking about something, it was with acting and how when you're in an audition, because I know we can talk about your web series maybe a little bit that you're
word,
working
yeah.
on, but when you're in an audition and like if you flub up, people reacting and feeling your weirdness or your awkwardness or
Awkwardness,
whatever.
yeah.
Like it's the same in live auditions, which we don't really do anymore, but like
Yeah.
when you fuck up a line, like if you can recover from that without allowing it to like be like, oh my God, I just
ruined
ruined
all that.
this whole thing. You know
Nah,
what I
you're
mean?
too confident for
Like
that.
that's a sign of a real pro,
Yeah.
and it's because you're not selfish enough to make your
Audience suffer.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. So, but anyways, you also dabble in acting, or are you more on the producing, directing side?
All of it.
Of course. That makes sense.
That adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so like the show I'm writing is for like I have a role in it, and then like I don't know if you guys know Ava Alval.
Yeah. We did the Pride Parade
Yeah, dope.
together with
so-
Puff Mama.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love Ellevan.
So yeah, she's in it, and then
So-
Foad.
So funny.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
know Foad.
Yeah.
Foad HP. He's in it.
So
Cliff
good.
Knight.
You're producing content with dope comedians from the city?
Yeah.
Bro.
It's a show about the city, in the city, with comics from the city.
Okay, it's like a docu thing.
No, it's not.
No.
They're just acting in it.
Oh my God. So it's like a skit kind of. Like
Well,
a long,
it's a web series.
it's a
So
web
it'll be an
series.
8-episode web series that we're actually shooting the trailer for in August. Yeah, so it's very exciting. Like we're gonna shoot the whole thing next summer. So like, we're gonna shoot the trailer, fundraise over the next year.
Indiegogo?
Good, exactly.
Private.
Kind of. We're gonna do basically the way we're gonna do it is like kind of Indiegogo style, except with events. Right, so it's like we'll have basically campaigns that'll be long runs, and so it'll be like for about 3 months leading up to a show, you can donate and you can buy tickets to the show. Right, you can do both. You can do either or. Right?
I like that.
And so like each ticket is also a donation, but you can make an extra one. You can donate to get like certain levels of things, right? You can donate to be like, come and see the green room, right? Have VIP seats, whatever. And that'll
We
all
will-
be part of the fundraising, right?
Yeah.
That is so smart and brilliant that you got that worked out.
You got to look into some grants.
Word, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we are applying for things. It's just those take time.
They do take time, and they're super annoying, and no one wants to do them. And it might even be worth, honestly, like actually, and we can talk about this after, but worth paying someone to find you grants and pitch you, because I really think that you guys could get some cash.
Oh yeah, and I think so too. And I mean, I've already got some interest from like production people in the city.
Nice.
That's how we're gonna shoot in the trailer basically, just with like production help for free. Like we're paying the sound guy.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
100%.
We're-
That's what you do.
Sound is the thing that no one will do for free.
Right, yeah, we're at a friend's bar. Like we're paying the sound guy, camera guys.
That's what I
even
do with the
like,
special. Yeah, got
yeah.
you.
When
Well,
are
we-
you hoping to have your little trailer out?
Hopefully the trailer will be out October, November.
We will
Right.
update this description with that link when it drops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the goal is definitely before December, but yeah. And then, we'll be, shopping it around. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like the first show we plan for the spring, that'll be our first fundraising show, and then we'll have another one right before summer. So like, it'll be,
So-
one
so-
will be the big show, and the other one will be like more of an intimate show.
Yeah.
This is another good example right here of you doing the thought work it takes to be a producer and carry a project. That requires a lot of focus and a lot of like sugar. Like literally, how's your nutrition? Like my brain gets so tired thinking like that
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. No, it's not not the best, but no. I cook a lot, so I don't know.
You do
That's
cook.
good.
I cook, yeah.
It's another crossover.
Yeah.
Minutes
That's,
and Mornings, right?
Yeah. I mean, well, it's one of my first main creative outlets.
That's right. It's at home. It's available. It benefits everyone if you, do
need
it well.
it every day.
Yep.
It's
Do you
Yeah.
know
like
what you're
constant
putting in your
practice.
body? I think
Yeah.
it's a big difference for people who eat out and
Yeah.
cook at home.
Yeah,
That's
Huge.
Like I love, and the thing is like now, like, cause I'm hustling a lot, and so now I'm trying to get to the point where I can buy back my time to cook more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep.
And
I know.
so-
Cooking takes a long time. I don't do any of the cooking. He does all the cooking in our household.
Word.
And I'm the impatient one that's like, can we eat now, please?
Oh my god, but she won't engage with the kitchen. She'll just like pace it and be like, "Yeah, so food then." Like basically, and it's like
Or just like steal stuff before it's ready. And I learned that chefs do not like that.
Yeah,
no.
that is not the
I've
way you do
portioned
it.
this. Like
Yeah.
if you were to come here and be like, "Hey, slice me off another bit of cucumber while I'm doing the whole raw thing," no problem. There's your own chunk. Go snack.
Perfect.
But
Always just do that.
bullshit.
Solutions. This is why I keep
really,
baby carrots.
really good. And you know what? I do.
I keep baby carrots, cucumbers,
Just on deck.
pastries, on deck.
Yeah.
Just for snackage.
Snacks.
Like, because,
Yeah.
sometimes a meal, like, you're running home, you're late, like,
Yeah.
you both were out, like, you took a walk, it took too long. You're just like, oh, shit. All right, well, dinner's going to be a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but you can snack on this hummus and pita or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A little quick nom, maybe like a quick sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Do a little sliced cucumber, a little kimchi and goat cheese on it.
ooh, nice.
Were you a I mean this episode's going to be it's not going to be relevant anymore when this episode comes out, I think.
Yes, it
But Barbie or Oppenheimer?
Oh, I already saw Barbie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the choice.
Yeah, definitely. It was an easy choice. Like,
I
I mean, to
think
be
so,
fair,
too.
I didn't really see any of the ads for Oppenheimer, so because like we don't have cable, so
I'll see you there.
and like I definitely just I saw a bunch of stuff for Barbie just because other people were posting it, so I'm like,
Yeah.
well, Barbie looks fun, and I mean, like it was Barbie. I'm like, who didn't grow up knowing about Barbie?
Totally.
Yeah.
And like the
Total
tagline
icon.
that sold it for me was like, if you loved Barbie, this movie is for you. If you hated Barbie, this movie is for you.
you.
If you were indifferent about Barbie, this movie is for you. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Nice.
Like, you've got everybody.
It's Margot
it live up?
Robbie.
Yeah, it did. I fucking loved it.
Nice.
movie.
Like, it's great, mainly because it, pisses off the right wing, and it was kitten gloves as far as what it could have done. Like,
Like as far as you're saying it's from a very feminist perspective, if you will. Like it was like it was hitting out like some of the right wing, as you were saying, has like who's the Pierce guy who was like, it's
Oh my God,
attacking
Piers!
men.
Yeah, we watched an interview from Piers Morgan afterwards,
so
and he's like,
Was
"This is a direct attack."
Was it
slashing men or was it just empowering women?
It wasn't even slashing men.
Oh, so what the fuck?
It was
How can
slashing patriarchy as a structure.
Okay, cool.
Like, that was a thing.
Nice.
There was a very nice allegory with horses. It was awesome. But
I love that.
yeah, like it was good.
Right
And like
on.
that's the thing is like there was also like a whole being a man is hard arc. Like
Oh, good.
in the
Nice.
fucking Barbie movie where the whole thing is like,
How is that
like,
left out?
Yeah, so it's just like, yo,
I
what
love
the fuck?
that.
Like, yo, how are you mad? Like, you're mad because your fan base just wants you to be mad because they're not going to go see it.
I think so. I think that's what's going on sometimes a
They're
little
playing
bit.
to the crowd.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it's
there's
like
so
this
much
is what
lip
is
service these
expected
days.
It's
of
the
me.
right and left battle.
Well, yeah, because like people are just making money. I feel like a lot of the point, and like they're just saying things because they know it's gonna get them clicks.
It's
And
political.
like, yeah, it's political. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, yeah, it's a good way to make money, but fuck off. Like,
Yeah, for
you're
real.
not making things better.
Polarization doesn't help. That's done. That joint's done. Here's a re-up.
Word.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Fuck. All right. Well, I'll have to check out the Barbie movie. It looks great. I
Yeah.
think Margot Robbie is good and Ryan Gosling is good. And I dyed my hair blonde like the day it came out, and I didn't even know.
Well, yeah, no, I kenned up for it. Like, I was like,
Ew.
You got pink?
oh yeah, well,
I
no,
love-
I wore
I love
a
seeing
floral
everyone.
shirt.
Floral, yeah.
Like, I had a bandana as an ascot.
Hey!
Like, so like if you looked like straight from the front, it looked like it. But if I had a picture taken side profile, and one of my boys called me out on it. It was like, "Is that a fucking ghetto ascot?" And I was like,
Hey! That's so good.
like
Fuck.
from the front, it looks the same.
I love that. I love when people get excited to go watch movies. Like downtown, we seen like groups of girls like get super done up, all Barbie-ish. Like I had no idea that it meant so much to people. Honestly,
yeah.
like
Well,
people
we went to the Mario Brothers movie, and people dressed up for that too.
I mean, yeah, dressing up is very in now, which is great.
It's
I
like
feel
cosplay at the theater.
Yeah, well, because like people
It
were
is
doing it for
cosplay,
Batman a while
everybody.
ago.
Oh, I feel like Batman was the first time I ever saw that. Like at the theater as a kid, remember just like that mask with the bat ears.
and
Like,
it's like that kid never stopped, and
yeah,
it's great. Like,
It is great. We
it
should
is great. I
always
love
dress
that.
up.
We should celebrate.
Yeah, no, like I think it's fucking awesome. Like I was happy to do it for this one, and like I don't know, it was great. Like because I was just out in Arizona, and I brought back a
Isn't
pink
it
cowboy
magic
hat.
there? Oh, pink cowboy hat.
Yeah, I brought back a king, but it wasn't even for me, right? I brought it back for a friend who had specifically made a request, Mickey Dykeman, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they had asked me to bring it back, and I'm like, all right, I got you. And then like I was wearing it
That's
in
amazing.
I was wearing it in the airport.
very cool.
And like I caught a glimpse of myself and I was like, damn, I should have got me one. So like I gotta go back. I'm going I gotta
There
go
you
back.
go.
I gotta go back, grab one.
How was the comedy down there?
It was fun. Like it was different, it was like it was interesting because like I went to an open mic and it was like hosted by a gay comic, and then like I heard a bunch of like very toe in the line homophobic jokes. I'm like, still Arizona though. All right.
Oh,
Like it's liberal up, but it's still got those like just.
no, from comedians or from the crowd?
I mean, it's just the culture. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically just it.
it would
Fuck.
definitely still be.
Isn't
in
that
the
weird?
comedy.
How geographically like sometimes plays a role in how like forward a thinker is, an individual, their external influence.
Yeah, yeah.
How's the weed in Arizona?
Well, it's legal, so
Okay.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Like I mean, I was broke while I was there, so like I mainly had I had a vape pen that saw me through the better part of a week. But like whenever I could get in on somebody else's joint, it was fucking awesome. Like
Shout
it
out
was
vape pens though
And
for
shout
that
out-
exact reason.
daily
Yeah.
driver. Like
Daily, yeah. And also shout out people that share your weed, especially with travelers, especially with traveling entertainers. That's huge.
yeah, because we're generally broke when we get to your city.
I feel like honestly like retailers should have like a little side stockpile for like
entertainment that comes to town?
comedians. Like you come in, I feel like that'd be a really cool gesture.
Yeah.
If you could just walk in, if that was like an unspoken rule, you could just walk in and be like, yo, like I'm doing a comedy show here, and then be like, here's a joint.
Be like, yeah, you just gotta walk in with your poster, just like, yo, that's my name.
Yeah, like a
This
tax
is my
return.
ID. Look,
I'm
you're
here to collect the joints.
Like you're honestly the first dispensary I hit up. So
Okay, well, I want to throw this at you. Being the Comedy Lab and creating sort of a safe space for comics to come, are you up against other comics who think, you know, there's something with freedom of speech that you're, you know, not allowing, or I'm not versing
What do
this
the rights
question.
have to say about this?
Right, yeah, I mean,
awesome
a little bit,
inclusivity that you're doing.
Yeah, and what
The
are
safety you're causing.
What are your thoughts as well?
They feel generally unincluded, though there are plenty of dudes who are willing to change their tune when they come. Because it's like, look, I don't care what you do somewhere else. Like, I'll give you one shot generally, like, as long as I haven't seen you be horrible on stage.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you a shot
Like,
at the mic.
get down with
Like, I won't
us.
necessarily book you at first. Like, come do the mic. If you can kill, like, if you can kill a mic, I'll book you.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been the standard.
Yeah.
And so, and
Comics should be able to adjust as
like,
well.
Yeah,
That
you
should
should.
be a
It's like that's the
skill.
thing. It's like if you can deliver material that works with my audience, right?
Yeah.
Has everybody still enjoying? Because like my audience is always a fair barometer. Because like I don't even have to say something half the time. The audience will just be silent. It's like, oh, you thought that was a punchline? No, not around here. Not around. And like it's new audience every week.
Oh,
but the
that's-
vibe
that's
is maintained.
nice.
So
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that energy is. You need to allow that energy to humble you. In comedy, I think.
Yeah,
you know?
no, and that's the thing. It's like the audience is what should keep you in check. That's what we're in this industry for. Like there is no comedy, there is no like rap, there is no
especially a weed
performance
audience.
without audience.
Especially a weed audience, eh?
Yeah.
So why do you choose to do comedy in the weed space? Because if you ask a lot of comedians who do like the normal rooms, like I heard about a weed audience from stand-up comedians when I was just doing like other rooms. Like I did stand-up comedy first. I did like the Comedy Store when I was 20. That was a dream I wanted to bring to life, and I did. And I thought that meant you were rich and famous because I saw Jim Carrey and Richard Pryor there, and that's not the case.
It's
You
like
can
if
perform
only.
there 4 days a week, as I did 1 week, and you still ain't got shit. You actually had to pay to be there sometimes.
But you were on with, you know.
Big peeps.
Yeah,
Chris
people
D'Elia
who-
and shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, Paul Walter Hauser, who's
Yeah.
he blew up now. Shout out Paul, oh my god. But yo, you choose to do the stand-up comedy with the cannabis audience, and we do a series that's very cannabis friendly in the audience, and like members of the cannabis industry are often there, and we're all high together. How share the difference in your perspective with performing for a weed audience and a drinking audience, or any other audience, and like why you decided to kind of create synergy with because you had a really great sponsor, Sovereign, right? Last one,
Yeah, Sovereign Boutique, Sovereign Selections. They were
Shout
my
out.
sponsor. Yeah, we
Shout out.
got into the cannabis show game together.
Oh, lit.
Yeah.
Is that your first venture?
Yeah, first venture.
Okay.
Like, since day one.
Why do you choose to do that with that audience? Because obviously when you partner with that type of sponsor, you know that you're in with the 420 audience, or you want to cater to that market somehow.
I mean,
what makes that attractive for
I
you?
mean, it's on brand.
Because you're a stoner.
Yeah,
Because you're a
like-
stoner, yeah, basically.
Like, it's just like, yo, I want to serve my people.
Yeah, dude. You heard it here.
That's so nice. Thank
that's
you.
Just it, y'all.
We're looking to contribute here. We're looking to fucking make your life better. Yeah, dude.
Well, because that's why every show's a banger. And like, I mean, you were there for the
Facts.
last one. The vibes were
So
awesome.
fun.
Dude, it's
I'm
so
so glad that we
nice.
got to connect there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I usually never sign off on a 2-hour show, but that one was worth it.
Yeah. No, it was a
For a
good
good
company.
cause.
Yeah, it was good cause.
Winnie
good
was on
company.
it. Angelica
Celebrating.
was on it.
Yeah.
You were on it.
Well, yeah, there was a little bit of belly dancing, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Precious Chong
Precious
was there.
Precious
Chong.
Chong was there. Yeah.
Tommy Chong's daughter.
Sandra
Sandra.
Battaglini.
Catalini, yeah.
Forget about it. She's so funny.
She was so. Her set was nuts that night. I could not stop.
And the
laughing.
reading, she turns everything hilarious. Like the fact that she needed to read with glasses, and that she just made this whole ordeal out of it, and it was just so funny.
I mean, yeah.
Everything she does.
She is a pro.
She's gonna be
Pro's
on next
pro.
week.
Like,
Yeah.
She's
oh,
gonna
she
be on
is?
next
Yeah?
week. We're gonna get very Italian in here.
Oh my god, yeah. I can't wait to watch that episode.
Yeah, I'm so excited. This is crazy.
And then Puff Mom, of course.
Yeah.
One of my favorite segments with Puff Mama is her facts. Because when he had a fact segment on this show, and one of my good buddies, Matthew Santoro, is the fat guy on YouTube. I always seem to always have people in my orbit that just like blast out these mind-blowing facts. We used one. We talked
love
about
facts.
We talked about one today. We got rid of our old mattress because we got a new bed, and it was fucking so heavy, like heavier than I remember bringing it in. And Puff Mama has this fact where, do you know your mattress gains like 8 pounds a year from your fucking body? And
Yeah,
that's
from
one
your
person.
cells.
There's two of us.
Yeah.
And plus,
Nuts.
like, gross.
Gross.
Yeah.
And blood. I'm sorry, it just happens. Like,
Yeah,
spit, cum.
it's just life. Like, you know,
It is life.
live and be happening
Yeah.
on the bed. Like,
Yeah,
That's
1000%.
right.
Everything bagels.
yeah, yo.
Fuck. Monster.
I was gonna say, Mom was always right. Don't eat in bed, but I just never listen.
Do you?
Do you?
We're both so curious about you.
That was adorable.
That was amazing.
Because like you cut off at the same time, and you waited the exact same amount of time, and then you started again.
Fuck.
Go ahead, babe.
This is year 3 now that we're doing this. Almost.
Oh, that's great.
That's a beautiful moment.
It was. It was.
Do you find weed audiences hilarious? Because I find that it's kind of like a TED Talk almost, where I have their attention, but I hope they're laughing inside their heads, but it's not coming
They
out
are.
on their faces.
They like you.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's like you just got to assume they are. And the thing is, the more you assume they are, and like I get a bit more animated.
Yes,
I mean, like,
that's a great idea actually for a weed crowd. Yes, absolutely.
And like I definitely get more, and like this is definitely not the right word, but I get more homey. Like I just like you said, it's like we were hanging out.
Yes.
Like I definitely try to exude more of that when it's a weed crowd.
Yeah.
Because that's what keeps people captivated.
Yeah.
You know, and like so everything is a story, and so you try to keep a story cadence, even if it's a short thing. It's
Yeah.
like even a one-liner is a story, right? Like it does tell you something.
Yeah, totally.
You're a
And
great host though, because it was nice. It was like, yes, I laughed at your punchlines and like great stories and like moments you made with the audience. Like there's definitely like things I was laughing out loud at, but a lot of it like because I was that high audience and I am that high audience, where I'm just basically thinking like, I like this guy. Like, I feel safe right now. Like,
And you know, being a big black guy that travels around a lot,
Honestly,
you
bro.
learn how to exude that.
you have the
Like-
tools to make people feel safe.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if you're like, you know, giving good energy, everyone's most likely gonna kind of take that cue
Yeah.
and just be vibes.
Like that's exactly how it works.
And also, like, hosting is a whole different ballgame. I enjoy
fucking
it, but
hard.
like I find it much harder
Oh, it's
now.
hard.
I mean, obviously, because I'm newer at it, so it's less
the-
familiar.
The
But
thing about hosting is it's so not about you.
exactly,
Like,
yeah. Like,
it's-
and your set is
Yeah.
it's the exact opposite job. You're like,
And like so it's just like how do I balance this whole thing?
Yeah.
And then like how do I balance actually trying to do material as the host?
Yeah.
And like it's like though it's not about me, it's like but you got to read what an audience wants. Like
Yes.
sometimes and like because like we do small audiences a lot at the lab. Like our minimum is 4 for
Nice.
the show, and so it's like and it's a small.
I've played to
space.
2.
Yeah, and like I've done the same, and like it's
Yeah.
a small space where I'm like, fuck it. Like if they're down, like I always tell the comics, like this is what the deal is, and so it's like if they're down, they're down. If
Yeah.
they like because like it's cool if you don't show up. Just let me
Fucking
know.
bring your A game for a 4-person audience,
No,
man.
and like well because it's
I've made some
small
fans I
room,
still
hard
have.
walls.
Like, do a show for a stadium for 2 people in a dark bar. They'll remember you forever.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the thing. It's like you got to make them feel like they're not alone.
Yeah.
You know, and like that's the thing. It's like, well, because that's the whole thing.
True.
Because that's what keeps people from laughing is feeling like they're alone and somebody's going to judge them. And if everybody feels like they're together, then like we're all doing this together. Like
Yeah.
I'm allowed to laugh at whatever I want. And like you got that's one thing as a host. Like you got to be able to tell like if people are pulling back, like you got to be like, all right, look, I know. 'Cause, like I have a lot of dark jokes. I'm like, yo, I know it's. But you can laugh. You can laugh. It's fine.
Yeah.
And like the thing is like you got to remember they feel how you feel. So even if something doesn't land, like they're like, oh, that didn't land, but they're still okay.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as you do, like you can then acknowledge that it didn't land, and that will usually get a relief laugh, and you can restart something else.
Yeah.
Like it clears the room. You're good. you know?
Yeah.
That's true.
And,
That relief laugh is such a crazy.
It's instrumental.
Yeah.
Especially with hosting. Because there are nights when I'm not on hosting.
of
And that's when I'm
course.
like, yo, it's really not about me. I'm going to do 3 minutes and then get the first comic up. And then I'm doing no time. Like, everybody else gets more time. Have fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because there are nights where I'm like not in a good, like if I had a host and I'm not in a good
sure.
mood, I'm like, yo, just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But like, it's still a good show. Because like, as the host, it's not about me.
Yeah.
Like, it's about the comics.
Yeah.
And so, as long as they enjoy the comics, they don't have to like me.
Yeah.
Like,
But
of
they
course,
do.
I want them to.
Yeah.
Like, and they generally do.
Yeah.
They just may not love me. Like,
So, but you just said some cool shit about the audience, and we love that you said make them feel like not alone, and that's so touching and true. Just because also recently, plus over this past couple of years, you realize that humans like really don't want to be alone, and it's not. But like
that's facts.
obviously, you're talking about. In the moment, you're talking about the psychology of it, but you're also like leaning into the spiritual aspect of it too, almost like because like to make them feel or have the self-awareness to know they feel the way you feel. So you got to program your vibration to a certain frequency.
Yep.
And then also the psychology of having the patience to know how to manage someone's need to be like cradled or kept on track to a certain degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, don't
yeah.
worry, we're all laughing together. Like putting that frequency out there, like that's pretty deep, dude. Like that's like a pretty good like place to be with performing, to know how to manipulate those moments. I learned a lot of this in busking. This is something that like fucking 10,000 hours can't lie. You got to get that shit in.
You do.
You think
You
you got
do.
the 10K hours?
at this point,
Have you calculated it?
I mean,
It's got to be close. Jeez, you went to Russia.
Traveling.
I mean,
There's
yeah.
nothing else to do.
I mean, well, the thing is like that whole time, it was like that was one show a week for a year.
Right.
Like, except for when I went on tour, when that was like 4 shows.
So that's
What
only
did you
3
do
weeks
the
in
rest
New York.
of the time?
I would write and I would party.
Nice.
Right and party.
I mean, so you were writing though, so that if
Yeah.
that's if you're
Yeah.
writing 7 days a week, you clocked some good hours.
Yeah, I was
that
doing
year.
a lot of writing, and like back then, I was especially when I was in Russia, because Russia, very poetic place.
Yeah.
And, like I was living with my best friend who is a writer, and so he was writing a lot of short stories at the time. So I was like, fuck it,
I'll write too.
He's my boy.
We're all getting
If
down.
he can do it, I can do it.
I love that. I love that.
And well, because it's like I was very much like, look, you're and like because we used to travel together. We lived in China together. We lived in
What
Korea
the
together.
fuck?
So then Russia was our 3rd place, and so I was like,
amazing.
like so I was just like, yeah, it's like anything you can do, I can do. Maybe not as good, maybe better. We'll find out. Like,
That's really cool that you like, just decided.
yeah, and like obviously, like yeah, it was just something to do because I was bored and I wasn't like there was a bit of time.
But now
where-
you do copy.
yeah, because I got
So
into
like
it.
that skill
Yeah.
became something even
Yeah.
more. Like one thing leads to another. You strengthen out. You have a little patience to nurture a craft. And
Yeah.
that becomes so valuable in so many different ways down the line. You just can't even tell.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like, but it's always taking the time to suck.
Dude,
Yeah.
I put that on my note on Instagram yesterday. It's like I said, you got to suck for a while, and
Yeah.
that's what we talked about on the podcast too earlier
Yeah.
this week with Josh from The Drip, and it was like that endurance, that fucking thick skin that
Yep.
it takes to get up. It's like the Rocky movie,
gotta,
like
fucking grind
get it,
through-
and just through the fire, through all the hits, through all the no excuses. Oh,
Well, like me, my crew of besties, like we have a saying that I repeat to us always. Right? It's like, this is just the montage phase.
yeah.
Just in the
I think about
montage.
my montages too. I like it.
Cue
wish,
the 80s
like,
music.
yeah.
This is in our montage right now. We're just building,
Yeah. In my heart, like a better version of myself would have been collecting montage clips for the last 10 years
Yeah.
and just fucking making that bitch happen.
But I mean, they're here, Like you were doing
It's true.
things.
It's true.
Honestly,
It's
go
true.
back in your Instagram archives. Like anyone listening, even like go back in your Instagram archives or your Facebook or whatever. Is just see whatever you posted. I bet you could make a montage of your life. I bet you could make a montage of my life. Go ahead and scour my shit and make something for me. I'll post it.
Do it. I mean, samesies, but you're mostly gonna get like fucking posters. I've been so bad. Like, though I
So,
do
yeah,
I do
you-
marketing, but like I just the thing is, because I get paid to do it, I generally don't want to do it for myself. And, like, I'm fine with like building other shit. Like my own personal thing is like I'm building other things. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid to do other things.
I
It's
know
fine,
this
it's fine.
perspective.
Yep,
And
totally.
like, and so yeah, but now, well, because I'm trying to do one next thing, and like as soon as that happens, then like I'll be like, all right, I have the space to actually do my
Good
own.
job. Yep.
And like I'll have other people on the other ones. Like I have like somebody who does my social media for like the lab.
Nice.
Oh, you
yeah,
do?
Like,
Good.
word, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, they are so helpful. Thank you again.
That's
yeah,
amazing.
no,
So, but you do the graphic design. You do that like a service. Is that what you mean? Or marketing? Or what's the service that you don't want to give yourself that you provide to others?
Oh no, copywriting. I fucking hate writing on my
Oh,
own copy.
copywriting.
I have like.
But do you do graphic design of your posters?
I
you
do my
said?
posters. I do all the posters.
Well, that's nice.
And like I
What do you
revamp them
design?
every once in a while.
You do what?
Like I just change them up every once in a while.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, you
for the
got
last year, all the shows were like Broken Record Comedy on Fridays, Lost in the Sauce on Saturdays, and now they're fucking fucking Funny Fridays and Saturday Night Satire, and no wait, Thursday is Thursday Laugh Therapy. Yeah,
It is laugh
alliteration.
therapy.
I've been doing too much marketing research and like
It's good. Those
yeah.
are the hits.
Yeah, alliteration.
That makes sense,
It-
honestly.
It helps.
Yeah.
People like it. Like even like I'm not paying for ads right now, but people are still showing up to shows.
Yeah, good
That's
job.
brilliant.
That's great.
So,
Good job,
like,
man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
And we'll put the link to tickets to your shows
Come through every
in
Thursday,
the
Friday, Saturday.
description below. Hey, what does your what does your vision of success for yourself look like?
Okay. So ideally, I have like I mean, it's looking like it's gonna have to be a streaming service, but yeah, like whatever the next version of a television channel is. And then, yeah, because like we're beginning, like we have a production house that we're starting. We're starting with podcasts and shit, and then in the TV show. So yeah, we're getting into it. And then I just talked with another production company who's basically like right at the same point. So we'll basically try to plan to buy everything that the other one's not buying. Oh. So then together we're a whole thing.
Nice.
So
Okay,
yeah.
so production, creation.
Yeah,
That's what
creation. We-
success
yeah, we
in your
wanna-
life. You're like, I want to just create and
Well, yeah, I want to be able to create, like, I want to be able to never have to worry about working for somebody else ever again. And so I've just been strategizing on how to do that.
yeah. Do you read any like self-development stuff?
I do a little. I mainly...
Or
just-
listen to?
I listen to some, but like I mainly just like meditate and shit, and like I
was gonna
don't.
ask.
Nice.
I do like I try to do yoga. I don't do it that often,
Mm-hmm.
but like
Do you meditate every morning?
I do, and the great thing is like I have a lot of things that I do that are very routine, especially around the club. When I first get there, so like setting up the club when I first get there is like a little mini meditation for me because it's 15 minutes on my own. I'm just setting up the chairs, and if people come down, I'm like, yeah, I'll come meet you upstairs.
Oh, but you're moving.
Like I'm moving, but like it's,
that's cool. So it's a flow practice. When we talk about meditation, I specifically mean the practice of sitting in
actually sitting.
stillness and breathing. And because when you meditate, you get your breath under control and you allow your mind to stop focusing on many things. And that's not easy at first. It took me 2 years to start to try to put on a guided meditation. So as soon as we get up, unnegotiable for about half a decade now, more, and we get up 15-minute meditation,
Have to
guided,
do
put
it.
on
For
headphones.
us.
And it's because it resets the central nervous system. I'm also like diagnosed Tourette's, high on the autistic scale, so I'll have like a fucking meltdown by noon. Like, you know what I mean? Like I will, like every day.
No,
Like,
not every day.
if I don't meditate,
Oh, sorry.
3 hours in, I'm like
yeah.
fucking on the bridge. Like it's it's intense.
That's not wrong,
Yeah,
actually.
it's
Yeah.
intense. Especially if I don't eat. I also try to intermittent fast. So it's like we do the fucking meditation like it is like nothing
It's
else can
medicinal
happen.
for you. Like, it's
Exactly.
the
yeah,
same
it is.
as
It's
cannabis.
weed. Yeah.
It's-
no, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know, it's
but no,
one of-
the flow states that you can get in
I-
while being alone and walking and in motion, there's definitely something special there too.
I mean,
Yeah.
I do like guided meditation like about 3 times a week. I try to do
That's
it every
fucking
day, but,
great,
like,
dude.
Great,
it's maybe,
man.
like average, really.
That's
like
great.
3 times.
I
Like,
think that's so
it's
good.
good, but like, yeah, no, it's just like there are mornings where I'm just like, oh fuck, no, I gotta go. Like I've got too
Yeah.
much to do. Like, and it's even like it's 5 minutes, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
So
like,
you
it could
are
be
living
done.
in your ego identity because you haven't zapped out into the perspective of oneness, but you're still this nice of a guy. What the fuck? I would not be a quarter as friendly as you or me unless I remembered that, like, we are all our own little individual conscious pods of God making decisions to focus on things. If I lived in my ego identity, I feel like I'd be so polarized. And you're not. That's so weird. Congratulations.
I've found a weird harmony. I found a weird harmony. I don't know how.
You're
Like,
okay.
yeah, like it's just like I am happy with how I exist. I know I am on my way to where I want to be.
Let's go.
Oh, that's the thing.
You gotta just that's so nice. You gotta enjoy that journey.
Yeah.
You know?
Congratulations.
Fuck.
Cheers.
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, mushrooms definitely helped.
Oh, I was just going to ask, honestly. I was going to say this is the perspective you get with our friend psilocybin. We got some tattoos to commemorate our,
nice,
we have matching when
Yeah, I
he has
have one on the I can't
It's the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But-
over here.
I was like, I saw a corner of it. I'm like, all right, word. It's there.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
It's totally there, people.
Earth.
Yeah, I picked that spot, and then afterwards I was like, it's really hard to show people this. This is for me. Like, I was like, oh, I can see it, which is nice.
That's cool.
I mean, that's how all of my tattoos are.
Yeah.
Like, with the well, actually, even this one, like, is for me to read.
Dude, that hurts so much
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
not my fave.
Oh, my fuck.
Yeah. And like,
my
I almost
fuck.
got, like, so this is like Drifter in Korean, but I almost got fucking Vagabond by accident.
Oh, no.
Well, because, like, I had asked a bunch of people.
No, I'm glad you got Drifter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like, I had asked a bunch of people, and I was like, "This means Drifter," and they're like, "Yeah." Totally. And I was like, "You must not really like me." What
Yeah,
the fuck?
I'm going to get this tattoo. Do you understand?
Yeah, and like, luckily, the night before I go to get the tattoo, I meet up with a friend from high school. I'm in Seoul, and I was like, "Yo," like, I had it written out on my phone. I was like, "This is what I'm getting tattooed tomorrow." She was like, No, that's not what you want." And I was like, "What?" She was like, "Well, you just explained to me what you want, and that's not it. Like, it's very close."
Yeah.
He's like, "But this means you'll never make any money." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I don't want that one."
You want Drifter, someone writes homeless or something?
It's like, no, I definitely don't want that. Like,
Oh,
Oh, thank God.
yeah, like,
Traveler. No home hammer.
yeah, it's like forever homeless, just boxcar hobo, just fucking never, just little sack carrying.
With
just,
freedom without toothbrush.
I wonder if, like, everywhere that has a different language, like when English speakers come there, because everyone gets tattoos in other countries. 'Cause
I mean,
it's like,
yeah.
So like that must be a thing with tattoo
Commemorate,
artists.
yeah.
well, that's
They
the thing.
must
I don't,
be like-
I don't trust the tattoo artist. I always ask somebody who I have
'cause they don't give a
befriended.
fuck.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Tattoo artists have
don't
a
care.
group that are like, "What's the craziest shit you've ever
Oh,
put
'cause
on
I've seen
someone?"
famous people with shit. Like, I saw somebody, they were like, that basketball player shrimp fried rice. And I'm just like, oh my. Like, I always wondered. I always fucking wondered.
He has the tattoo.
Just, yeah, it's like, because he thought it meant like hope, peace, and something. And it was just shrimp fried rice. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's
just
so
like-
fucking funny.
I mean, like, if it was like chicken fried rice, like G roll chow mein, just like.
So they were just
it's
at
how fun.
they were at a Chinese restaurant with their homies, and someone took a picture of that on a menu. They got fucked up and all went and got tattoos that night. And he's like, "Get this, man!" And it just zoomed in on the menu. That's probably what the fuck it was. Some shit like that.
Oh, man.
I don't know. That could have
Or do
just
you
been a
think- I mean,
tattoo
that's the thing,
artist
like-
being like, "This is fucking funny."
I was gonna say, I can see a
Like,
tattoo
I think that
artist
there-
like
there
just,
has to
'cause
be a
it's
culture
it's
around
just
that.
Flash. Like, I could see it being a tattoo artist flash. So it's just in a book. So they walk into a place and they're just like, I want that one, right? And like, because they can just write whatever they want next to it in English. Like, they don't have to put Google Translate. Like, what the fuck? Like,
you
you
think-
mean to tell me like you think people don't lie from time to time? Like, what the?
You guys both think it was the artist?
Oh, I mean, I'm just saying it could
That's
have been.
hilarious.
I'm just saying it could have been, and like I'm not putting it past one because like I
Yeah.
know I have tattoo friends who would totally
You
do
have
that.
that experience yourself.
Like I have a guy who like he got a
Right.
spork tattooed on him.
A what?
A spork.
Oh my
A
God.
fucking spork right on the ribs. just for the walls. Just And
I
so
kind
I'm
of
like,
I kind of dig that a sport.
Just a random
yeah.
thing, an item.
I
that's a
have
mix.
only plants so far.
only
Just a
plants.
two-
Flower and a mushroom.
mushroom. I have Ralph.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
And Capricorn.
Word.
Yeah.
I have I have a couple, but I have my homage to Toronto. Yeah.
Whoa, a raccoon?
Of course.
I love that. This is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Dude, we both have little creatures on our arms.
Oh yeah.
That's really cool.
I love that, dude.
That
Yeah.
symbolism.
And what does this say over here? Or is that
This one says,
what is that?
Ideas allow us to dream, images allow us to visualize, and words allow us to express. Without these, man is no greater than beast.
that's such a good thing to have right there.
Oh, thanks.
Oh man, that's a good arm to have it on.
Yeah. No, I told the guy over the phone that I wanted that, and he was like, I don't know if I'm going to fit that on your forearm.
Words is spelt with an E.
Yeah, that's how I write it for my company.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So like
Yeah, we
even
didn't get
even
into
then,
that.
even then, like I had written it for like I was writing. I was launching a clothing company at the time, and so I was like, yo, whether if I can fail or succeed, it's always there. Like I tried. And it's just always been the name of the company that I like wherever I am. Like that's always the name of my company.
This is the name of your company, Words.
Yeah, Word. Yeah, WRD, Word Entertainment. Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Which
that.
is what your series will fall under. Yeah.
Word Productions.
Very
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh,
Word. I feel that. Dude, what a great episode
Yeah,
this was.
this has
we went
been-
places. Holy shit.
yeah, warm. I feel warm right now.
I feel good.
but not physically.
Yeah.
Just the right kind of warm.
This is truly.
Yeah, I finally cooled down. You brought me the towel, and it's
Yeah. It was just the start.
It was.
It was
Yeah,
the
you were
sweat
still
triggering-
hot from outside.
Yeah, it's from outside.
Yeah. Dude, thank you so much for being on.
And
was
okay,
great.
where
So
can we
beautiful.
find you? Where can the people find you?
At Danton Lamar on pretty much everything, and Word Entertainment spelled all out on most things, like Instagram, Facebook.
Nice.
We don't really do Twitter. Like we've never really cared about Twitter. It will like we have YouTube stuff up there too. Like we've been running Ava Alvel's podcast.
Oh,
And so
great.
that's up on there.
I love her podcast.
yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And so that's where all the production stuff is. The Comedy Lab, Comedy Lab TO on Instagram, and the Comedy Lab TO on Facebook.
We'll put all
Lit.
this down
Yeah, it's all
below
right. Yeah,
everybody.
it'll all be down
It's
there.
all right there. Thank you so much
Make
for
sure
coming
to
on the
subscribe.
show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
Love. Good
Yeah.
things.
Fuck yeah.
Very good things.
This was fun. Yeah, I fucking loved it.
We'll have to do an update and see where the shows are at and what we do together.
So I already look forward to doing the next one.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Subscribe, tell your friends, send nudes to people that you're allowed to, be kind to your neighbor, support art, take care of yourself and eat, you know?
Yeah, do those.
That's good.
Any closing words of wisdom for the people?
Shit. No, I mean just
Put you on the spot for
yeah.
that
I was
one.
just like, fuck.
Close out the episode.
Say something meaningful.
Try to enjoy yourself at no one else's expense.
Oh, that's nice.
I think that's a good one. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Word?
Bye.
Weird.
Disciplined stoners. What's your discipline? You a stoner? That's cool. So are we.
I'm high a lot. It's weird to finally say that with pride. I'm high a lot. Being high has helped me with my anxiety. It's helped my social skills. Well, it's helped me feel okay about my shitty social skills. It doesn't make my social skills better, but it sure does make sitting in that awkward moment in a social interaction a lot more bearable. You know, that moment where no one in the group has anything left to say, and you desperately want to yell at all of them, just say something. Being high makes that hilarious and not torture.
Yo. It's Ellevan from Anger Town. This plant just helped me chill out. Found focus. Found confidence. All of a sudden I was productive. Less protective. More progressive. Yeah, we talk about stuff like I'm a next sommelier. But this is about a medicine, baby. We wish everyone a mindful life. It's been a helpful tool for us. Whatever the route to peace, it's each individual's journey. And the more we communicate, maybe we can all help each other out. Love and light. Welcome to Disciplined Stoners Podcast with your host, Ellevan.
And my name is Winnie.
And we are the gateway drug to mindfulness. And that's Ralph. Bro, what you know about a couple levels up when I move and I go.
One day we're gonna do a collage of all the times like a brilliant person just said like it's medicine.
Cannabis is a gift from Mother Earth.
Cannabis helped to heal me. Those natural medicines that we use to help to heal us. And of course, they have this euphoric effect, or can.
It's an alternate natural way of healing. And I just think it's so beneficial, and there's so many good properties to weed.
I mean, that's the only difference in my life is I've added cannabis. The amount I've changed and the way our family has evolved and our relationships with my adult sons and everything, like just all through cannabis it's been amazing.
It's part of my life. Like you said, you really can't separate me and the cannabis plant. I use it medically.
Yes.
I have fibromyalgia, diagnosed with fibro very, very young, and I use cannabis to treat my fibro very effectively.
It was through an event that caused her major anxiety that I got her to take a few puffs.
Yeah.
And it helped.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, from being up here to being able to cope.
You know, we've got naturopathic medicine and natural health products that rely on hundreds of years of traditional use.
Yes.
Which, you know, both cannabis and mushrooms technically fall under.
Yes.
If you can keep it at that sweet spot and it's in a healthy way, I feel like that's
it's medicine.
Yeah, I think
it's medicine.
You have to check in with your life and be like,
medicinal.
It felt like it complemented my personality.
Yeah.
Almost.
Good answer.
It's okay to use cannabis as their medicine. They no longer deserve to be in classrooms and hear that they're using drugs and they're bad, when this is medicine that is saving their lives.
Yes.
I mean, I would never put anything on the market that I wouldn't give to my mom or my grandfather.
Those strains are fantastic for pain management, nausea. This helps with pain management.
And I feel fantastic. Like I feel great. Do I attribute it to cannabis and cannabis oil? Absolutely, I do.
Relationship to cannabis right now is beautiful, growing, most probably everlasting.
I think this is medicine.
Dude.
120%.
I've got ADD, and I'd use cannabis to help kind of focus me in and kind of turn things off. Like, it very much is medicine.
It was medicinal for me. It was like taking a medicine because that's how it worked.
And I don't know what's happening. We having a threesome in Nova Scotia. 3, 2, 1, and that song. Good night.